S.L.K.s, it is I, your friend, Gardner, Taxman? No, I'm none of those things, but I'm your friend if you want to be friends. Anyway, down Outlands. I'm terrible at introductions. I'm terrible at a lot of things. So why don't you guys go around? We didn't play it last time because Extra Life Hangover, which was real. I was a hurting boy. Why don't we go around the table? Everyone introduce thyselves. Tell people where your characters were at the end of the last session we played, and what is your favorite hamburger joint?
I thought you were going to say Wizard Swear, and now I'm really disappointed.
Wizard Swear is way better. Okay, and Wizard Swear.
I've never played a wizard. Can I do my hamburger joint?
I don't have a Wizard Swear.
Do both.
Sure.
Yeah, Wizard Swears are awesome.
I don't even know.
Great, let's do it. Let's get wild. Go crazy.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I play at the moment 11-year-old artificer Charity Momart and Nimblewright Savannah. And Savannah is currently on the hunt, out looking for a certain pirate who has just decided that she's having a real bad time and is a little drinky. And so Savannah's out looking for her. Yeah, she's having some problems. And Charity, I'll be real with you, I don't remember where the fuck Charity is right now. Because my brain is mush. Pirates do sound dope.
It's okay. I remember where Charity is. I'll clue you in.
You can clue me back in. I'm so sorry. I don't even remember like what I had for breakfast today. So, you know, my favorite burger is the cease and desist from Blue Door in Minneapolis because it is delicious. It's kind of like their version of the Big Mac, but it's better. And my favorite Wizard Swear is Muggle Fucker.
Shut your fucking face, Muggle Fucker.
Damn.
All right, I'm down for that. That's a great Wizard Swear.
I have to follow that Wizard Swear? Damn.
You do.
No, you took the good wizard swear, Charity.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's
Charity.
The best
Oh,
one.
don't tell my dad.
Cursing Jerry.
Not my dad. Oh, not my fucking dad.
It's Origami Steve. Of course he can fold vapes.
Jeez.
Now that you've said Muggle Fucker, I have the Uncle Fucker song in my head.
I know.
You're a boner biting bastard, Muggle Fucker. Anyway. Yeah, I'm Nate. I play Twig Swiftstrike, Otterkin Rogue, Warlock. Last time I was talking to Gideon, who is a boar. Like literally a boar, not just a boar. And his dryad friend, and some pixies, waiting for everybody else to show up. We're in a glade, I guess. My favorite wizard swear is just fuck, because I'm pretty sure Aobar said that regularly when I rolled like shit.
Oh fuck, my spell fucked up.
Pretty much.
Abraca, fuck you.
Sorry, I read the chat. Thanks.
Oh god.
My favorite burger joint, haven't been there for a bit, but Lion's Tap in Eden Prairie.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm Cassandra. I play Amulet Sticky Fingers, who is a Kender barbarian. I don't have a wizard swear. Is that weird? I don't even know
it's
what.
not like you grew up doing wizard swears. You have
What
to
does
make one up.
what is a wizard
It's
swear?
really weird not to have one, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
You're like the
Who
Harry
doesn't
Potter
have a
nerd.
wizard swear just in
I
the
know. I
chamber?
like you said,
Of
motherfucker,
secrets.
and I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense, but I don't have one. I'm gonna come up with one before the end of tonight. I will. I'll think
Okay,
of
sure
a
you will.
good one. I will
Sure,
think
you'll
of a
start a
good one.
Twitter account.
Not now. That place
Not Twitter. It can't now. It's gonna burn to the
No.
ground.
No, that's
Start on
the
Hive
prime
Social.
time to do it. You'd be like, because then you can be like, okay, you guys convinced me, and I tried, and look,
Look what happened.
look,
Lose you guys.
this is why you've only reinforced my resolve.
most of my creative homies are fleeing to Hive.
Hive is dope. Hive is fun.
Like it's like they're rats off of a fling spaceship.
I mean, I'm there. You may as well
Maybe
go.
they're pirates off
Right?
of a fling
Is
spaceship.
that where y'all went? All right. Duly noted.
Rats fleeing from a flaming SpaceX.
Would it be nice if he did go to Mars and then he just never
God,
came back?
It's just
Come back.
dare to dream, right?
Yes.
Great.
What do you have against Mars?
Yeah. Why all the Mars hate you?
Come
asshole?
on, it's
Damn.
Amulet's in the woods. She's hanging out in the woods with the tree.
She's in the woods, baby.
with
She's
the
the bull in the
tree.
woods, the daddy.
With the tree. My favorite burger place. I missed it already, but Fuddruckers.
Oh yeah.
Get like
Classic.
a triple cheese and then some wedge fries and like 6 side cups of like the liquid cheese to dip them in. Just so much liquid cheese.
Oh, the
No, you
plastic
just-
cheese.
Yes. It's so good though.
Oh, it's my
Last but
turn.
not
Your
least.
turn. Your
I'll
turn.
go. Hi, I'm Warrior. I play Monty, who is a GIF fighter. I also play Akko, who is a dead Null fighter. Play a lot of fighters in this game. Monty is.
Damn it, warrior.
I missed my moment to say it out loud.
Oh, God. that
Um,
was good.
Can I have my inspiration back?
Yeah. Yeah, everyone got inspiration except for Cassandra because I got no wizard curses from her.
I got one. I got one. I'm just waiting now.
Ah.
All right. Monty is currently charmed by a Nereid in the water next to his assumably drowning friend Erland, who's just a normal human teenager.
He's just a larger boy with a
He's just a
smaller
boy.
boy inside of him.
He's just a boy.
He's just a boy.
And he has been
Don't Google boy
asked
skins.
by his new Nereid friend to stop the mean robotic child from hurting her. So that was a cliffhanger. And then Akko received some disturbing news about the demise of his family, and subsequently told, like, by a note, but like kind of told a Celestial to go fuck himself, and is now going to go talk to his criminal friend.
Now he's ready to do crime.
Does he though? We'll find out. My favorite burger place is like I really like a smash burger, and so few places that are like nice do it very well, and virtually none of them do it better than Culver's. So usually if it's like, do you want to go get burgers, I'll be like, yeah, let's go to fucking Culver's because it's better than most. cows, but usually we end up going to red cow, which is fine.
Red cow's really good.
Yeah.
It's
I
pretty
like
good.
Culver's though too. That's
Culver's
tasty.
is dope.
Mhm.
The hit on the red cow menu is the chips and onion dip. That's the best thing to do. It's so good. So good.
I think the last time
Um,
we had like a popcorn with bacon in it or something like that from Red Cow.
Entirely.
Long time ago, but
Entirely possible. They're good, really good drinks too. My favorite wizard swear is ab fuck kadab fuck.
You're like just double down on the swear.
Yeah, and it probably casts a spell too. And who knows what that's gonna do?
Fireball.
Taco from TV
probably
uses it all the
Fireball.
time.
Yeah.
I decided what my wizard swear. I want to start something like Slither Bitch.
Hey, that's good.
Pretty
That's
good.
very good.
I have one, but it's in parcel tongue, so you probably won't understand it.
Oh wow! Nice.
All right.
Hipster ass wizard.
Yeah, that's a serious old school hipster wizard swear.
I don't mean to brag you guys, but I've been brushing up on parcel tongue on Duolingo. I've got a 36-day streak. So.
Whatever. Your mama's so fast she looked into the mirror of Erised and saw a cake.
Your mama's so ugly she's an extra on The Simpsons.
Damn.
Wow.
That's from a song called Your Mama by The Far Side. I remember listening to repetitively in high school.
Your mama's
God.
got such low self-esteem because we won't stop telling jokes about her.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't talk to mine anymore, so that's fine. Just let her be the butt of the day.
More than
It's
fair.
cool. It's great.
cool.
Let's
More than
go.
we tolerate each other from across the few states.
From afar.
Yeah. It's one of those things like when dogs look at cats, like, I'm not sure what you are. Like, are you what? You're furry, but you lick your butthole different.
You don't smell right.
You don't smell right.
You don't smell right.
And what is this shit? All right, anyway.
What?
It's cat food, baby. All right. We're going to start with Charity and Monty on the edge of this 3 streams coming together with your boy Erlen floating, because down here we all float.
We all float.
Is he floating face up or face
He's
down?
face down.
I figured, but it's worth a shot.
That's real bad.
Also, no bubbles. And this Nera takes form, and she looks at Monty and says, Monty, or I don't think she called you Monty. Oh, look, another child of the first world. Will you protect me from this monstrosity? You failed your save, and you turn around, and there is Charity in her charrette form, looking now very menacingly at you and your new friend.
Can I, while they're looking and I'm being all menacing, can I like try to reach over with like one finger and like poke to see if I can like roll the body over?
He's down like about 3 to 4 feet beneath the water.
Oh, so he's way down there.
Yeah.
I'd have to crouch down and grab him, huh?
Yeah.
Can I do that? She's probably you know what? She would do that because she's going to think it looks like she's not being threatening, but it's probably going to look extra threatening.
I mean, why don't you make me you can either make me a performance check, or if you have a persuasion check, if you want to do something particular with your body language.
I think they're both equally pretty crappy for me. Let's just see. Let's do
roll a die.
Not dice. That would be a 17.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so she's gonna very like hold up one hand and like reach down and like grab him just by like the back of his clothes and like try to pick him up and like.
When you reach down, the Nereid clings up behind Monty like a Frazetta painting, and
Monty is 9, sir.
I know. Well, not like a Frazetta painting, but the same type of, like you're standing and she's like in a pose on the ground.
Mhm.
That was a really bad example.
You see like her reach down like, everybody be cool.
And he's like,
Everything.
So one thing I want to get clear, Charity, when you speak and you're in your charrette form, is it
Tell me
still
it
your
sounds-
voice, or is it like going through like a transformer voice changer? So you sound like, oh gosh, Soundwave, because he's the coolest.
Soundwave is the cool one. I like the idea of it sounding like Soundwave, but still with that really stupid like lilt to the voice that Charity has.
No, all I always I just want to yell "Ravage, eject" every morning when I wake up. So, she appears very unsure of what to do. Monty, how are you interpreting this action?
So Monty is very like, no, I'll protect you. I promise. Do you want to be friends? And then, while he waits for his answer, he, I think, so, like, it's altering his perception of Charity, or
Yeah.
Okay.
So Charity is coming off very menacingly. It's like
Okay.
a nightmare version of Charity. You're seeing this interaction through the Nereid's eyes of how she interprets Charity, which is this mechanical monstrosity.
Oh,
Even Erlin's body, when it comes out of the water, he looks more threatening. Like he does not appear as he normally does. He appears to you as, even though he's currently maybe just unconscious, maybe not.
okay. Okay. Monty's like, Charity, what are you doing? Stop looking so scary. Scary, my new friend.
I'm not trying to be scary.
Well,
Trying to. I don't think he's breathing.
Looks normal again.
This problem.
He looked really scary.
Oxygen is kind of integral to people's survival. Last I checked.
Can you go somewhere else to give him oxygen?
Where do you want me to go?
I don't know. It's not here. You're scaring
Both
my
maybe a
friend.
perception check.
Both make it. Okay.
That's a 5. She don't notice shit.
17.
Well, you're kind of in there's a lot going on. What did you get, Monty?
17.
Monty, as you're standing on the edge of this bank, you look and you see some more of those Eladrin face step into just past the tree line. You don't know if they've seen you yet, but you know that something doesn't change. They will see the big scary robot girl,
The
robot
police-
person.
The police are back. You gotta run. Charity, you gotta run away from my new friend. Run in whatever direction is opposite the one that I'm seeing them coming from.
Fine, whatever. And she'll just throw the body over one shoulder and just start booking it away.
And stop scaring my friend. It's me.
Not trying to be scary, which is hilarious because it sounds like I'm not trying to be scary. Like,
I'm not trying to be scared. And he's like, okay, they went away. So, do you feel better now? You didn't tell me if
She
you want to be
looks
friends.
around your shoulder, like she comes up out of the water. It's almost like she's partly water when she does that, and sees the approaching soldiers, and she wraps herself around you. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Can remind me, Monty, doesn't he have like a hold your breath?
Monty can swim. They've changed GIF, so let me see. He doesn't have a swimming thing. They don't anymore. When the
that's
official
fine.
one came out, they don't have it.
Okay, that's fine.
He has like a strong build, basically, kind of like a furbolg. Dex save is 20.
Okay. You feel the bank pull out from underneath you, and you fall into the water. You expect a large splash because you're a husky boy, but there is nothing. And as you are pulled down into this soft swirl, the Nereid slams what looks to be some type of crustacean on your face, and all of a sudden you can breathe.
Wow. I mean,
And she just holds her finger to her mouth, and you start to see the shadow above you of these troops. And then you see two, they almost look like large canines, like very large canines made out of seaweed. And they come over, and she like motions for you to grab a hold of one of their neck.
yeah, he does it.
This river is insanely deep. You've never seen anything like this. You go all the way down and through into a dark area, and you come up into a cave. There is enough room so you can stand chest deep in water for you to get oxygen if you so choose.
He does. He's like,
She comes kind of out of the water.
thank
and
you for the air clam.
The kelpies you rode kind of swirl around, and kind of look at her and look at you, kind of like big playful dogs would. And she says, I didn't know they were after you.
I don't know why we just got here.
Were those your friends?
The ones you were scared of? Yeah, they're my
Yeah.
friends. They're my friends. They're after them too.
Oh no. She goes underwater and leaves you there.
He gives the kelpies scritches. On their...
They're very moist and very,
Yeah.
it's like kind of like
He's probably like, it's probably slippery, and he's like, it's probably a...
there's
probably
a
a bad
distinct smell as well. You're like, oh, that's pungent.
pungent.
Charity, as you carry Erlen through into kind of an edge of a larger forest, do you want to stay on the water side as far as on the bank, or do you want to go deeper away from the water?
No, I'm going to stay kind of towards the water side because I want to keep an eye on things and see like when it's safe to go back. But right now, I need to see if the city is breathing.
He's not.
Great. I'm going to set him down and try to turn him on his side and see if I can get any water to like come out. So maybe a
lot of water comes out.
A lot of water comes out. Still not breathing. Okay. Chest compressions in this form are probably going to be really difficult to control. I gotta try. Can I exit this form for now?
Yeah, you can exit your form anytime you want.
Yeah, let's exit the form and see if I can start chest compressions.
Make me a medicine check. Please.
Yeah, that's gonna go great. Actually, a 16. That's not bad.
He's still not breathing, but when you're doing compressions, you're still pushing water out of him.
Okay. I'm gonna tilt him again and see if I can get more out. And then put him back down and continue compressions. And just try to stick with CPR.
So I kind of imagine, and please correct me if I'm wrong, this is what the image is in my head.
Yeah.
When you're in non-charrette form, not in your non-big robot form, that you still have kind of a similar look to yours, mixed with like charrette basically becomes like Kirby overalls. Jack Kirby overalls.
I love it. Yes. Yes, that's great.
I don't know why that image is stuck in my head. Like Kirby overalls, you know what I'm talking about.
Kirby overalls, yes, perfection. I'm here for it.
I kind of now want Kirby overalls.
Right? I do too.
So you're at your normal size, and because you're linked, you have your mobility.
Love that.
You feel something grab you by the leg. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Jeebus. Oh, jeez. That was a crit fumble.
You go ass over tea kettle into the water.
Great.
And as you're fumbling backwards, a form slips a crustacean over your mouth, and you are breathing the cleanest, purest air you ever have. And you see as two seaweed doggy boys are pulling Erlin's form down into the water and dragging him. The near it is like looking at you with her hands up, and she's points up, and you can see walking along the bankside those Eladrin. And then she pulls you further down, and you swim for quite some distance, and she brings you to a cave. And in this underwater cave, there's enough room for you to float up and breathe regular air if you so choose. Probably a little easier for you to communicate, but there's Monty standing in about chest deep water.
Hello. Is Erland okay?
No, it's not breathing.
He's dead.
Yeah,
What?
I was in the middle of trying to resuscitate him when you grabbed me and I got all blah, 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 blah.
Can't be dead. You gotta save him.
I can't.
Well, we could have if you hadn't stopped me from committing CPR, which is kind of like a
Oh.
natural process of
Oh,
actually resuscitating someone.
They would have killed you. I was
Hey.
trying to rectify my error.
Have you ever heard of a non-lethal hit?
I don't.
That's a thing.
We don't do hits here.
You know, well, you should, I mean, that's
No,
valid.
she
You shouldn't do
says-
a hit.
Yeah, shouldn't do a hit.
Don't do a hit.
She says, I was afraid. He was so loud, and he was stomping on the banks, and normally that's not a good sign. This is my river.
I mean, that's
And
me
they're
on a day
always
that ends
trying
in Y. I get it. It's fine. It's
Kind of
fine.
looking around like she's not sure how to explain herself.
No. It's okay. I get it. Creepy
We
Magoo.
We should argue later and save.
I'm not trying to
Erland
argue.
now.
I don't listen. It's not that I like to argue. I just really like a good spirited debate. And that's the thing.
We should-
And like, no offense, but I have seen some shit lately, okay? So I would really, really like to know what's going on, where the rest of my friends are right this moment. What's happening? If somebody could just explain it to me like in layman's terms, like explain it to me like I'm 5. Because I'm
Listen.
like kind of lost.
You're on the outskirts of Thessalonia at Mount Celestia. I don't know why you wandered into my home, but you did so, and it was a commotion loud enough that it drew unsavory types here.
Yeah, what's their
You're-
deal?
They serve Triton,
Yeah,
the son of
Triton.
Neptune.
Oh.
trying to hit me with water, it would really hurt.
This is a really crappy assignment.
Her eyes get really big, and she says, "And you're still alive?"
Yeah, I'm pretty okay actually. Might be
Yeah, mine's
bloody,
like-
but this isn't 4E.
Monty's kind of kick ass, honestly, from what I've seen. He's
Oh,
pretty
thank you.
boss.
You're pretty
Ah,
kick-ass too.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks.
but sorry,
This is not Triton's domain. He can't come here. He wants to, but even his father is not strong enough to move inward into our domains.
wait, I mean, you thought of the beach?
But the beach are not the rivers and lakes of the interior.
Oh, okay. So like freshwater, saltwater. I get it.
So, like, I'm feeling like we should probably.
The whole time,
scout?
Erland is still just floating.
Yes. I mean, it's fine. Like, this. What can I do about it? I tried. I tried.
Monty is like, first aid, like from school, but I'm a
Maybe a medicine check, Monty.
fear. 4. It's not his expertise.
You think you can save him?
I'm trying. Is it helping?
No, it's not. He's dead.
Okay, well, at least we didn't waste any time on that. Jeez, with
I'm
discussion
sorry.
about etiquette, and it's like we did.
No, he's dead.
What we well, somebody's got to be able to do something about it. Where'd
About
everybody else go?
him being dead. Yeah, I want to find everybody else, and I want to get the hell out of here. That's what I'd like to do.
I don't know who everyone else is.
Okay.
Who were you with?
We came with Felix. It was a field trip from school.
Yeah, this is
She
a pretty
kind of
bonkers
She kind of
trip.
slow blinks like she's trying to process what you're talking about. I don't know if Felix nor your school.
That makes sense.
Did you see any other like weird looking people that like kind of look like me or like small human beings or weird?
I generally don't leave my home.
Okay. Well,
Sometimes I go to the Rallying Rock, but not often.
Yeah,
Only
definitely
when
getting
there's-
introvert vibes.
Only when there's a large calamity and all of us forest folk pull together.
can you tell us where that is? Because maybe our friends went there because there was a large calamity.
Yeah, that was a pretty big calamity.
I can take you there.
Will you? Maybe we should
Of
hurry
course.
so somebody can help Erlen.
She kind of goes over and puts her hands on him, and then she looks back at you and she said, he's already fled his body.
But like sometimes there's magic and stuff where you can.
She kind of almost like half smiles and says, I'm aware of that, but we're not on the prime.
Yeah, and I've only seen something like that work like once. You kind of got to do it real fast. I mean, it's not my area of expertise because it's not really like the kind of thing that I do. Like if Twig was here, he might be able to do it, but I don't even know if that's something that he'd be able to pull off. And I definitely know that Amulet wouldn't be able to. Like, not that Amulet's not like super boss, but like it's just not. It's not really like her forte. So
That's not fair. You tried to save us.
yeah, I know, honey. Life's not fair. Go to Storm Song for 5 minutes. You'll learn something.
What?
She puts her head
I did go
down.
to Storm Song for 5 minutes. It was pretty fucked up.
She says,
I mean, that's up. Sorry, Mom.
I'll take you to the rally.
She just glares like something when you say that, like she looks perfectly calm. Something in her eyes like flickers in a really dangerous way. And then it goes completely back to normal.
The moment you kind of flicker, the Nereid like shoots around behind Monty. Both of you make me an insight check, please.
18.
15.
Skittish is probably too kind a word for this young Nereid.
What?
Slightly on the edge of being terrified is a better.
What? Why are you so scared?
I live on the edge of Thessalon. There's people there, and they sometimes, not all the gods, but some of the gods, they want control and order over this nature and beauty. But we're not meant to be controlled. We're not meant to be forced. Servitude is not our future.
Yeah, you should be free. Well,
All forces here are at odds. It's a give and take. It's the ebb and flow of the tide. Sometimes we burn down a village, or a farmer's child will get too close to the river and drown. And sometimes one of the gods will kill an ancient treant, and the cycle continues. It's life and death. Everything is born, everything grows, and everything dies to be born again.
I'm sorry. That's not.
Oh, do not be apologetic. It's a paradise. I live in paradise.
But you're scared of paradise.
Paradise is scary. I live under the shadow of the gods directly. The gods are frightening. I am just a being. I am nothing special in their eyes.
No.
I'm at best a resource.
Yeah,
At
well,
worst,
take it.
a nuisance.
Take it from me. When beings of power don't notice you, probably a good thing.
I try to keep my home quiet. I am sorry beyond even the words that I can share. But the best I can do is take you to the Rallying Rock, and if your friends are there, perhaps one of them has ties to a god who could grant a boon to restore your friend's life that I so callously took.
Yeah, we should try. Don't worry. We're friends. I'll protect you.
She reaches up and she touches you, and the spell effect goes away.
Oh, you look less scary now.
I'm sorry I tricked you.
That's okay. You were scared. Sometimes when we're scared, we do things that we don't mean to do.
She says, "Follow me," and she gives you your shells back, and you swim down the river. Amulet, you are standing with Ivlis, and you're making your way to the Rallying Rock. On foot. She looks very tired. Like, tree walking with you was a little more than she was pushed really hard, especially after that fight.
She's real tall, right?
No, she's tall. I mean, she's a tall female, but I mean, she's not like a treant. She's just a very pretty looking kind of flowery woman.
I try to
but when you touched her, her skin was like petrified wood.
yeah. I try to do like when you help people walk, but obviously I'm like 4'6", but like I'm trying to help hold her up and help her along the way.
First of all, she's still marveling at the fact that you went from like 6'4" to 4'6". She's like, I need no help, child. By touching the very ground, it nourishes my strength back. This place feeds me and I feed it.
I mean, I feel this place looks real nice. I feel like it must be tasty then.
It's paradise. But it's a paradise that must be defended. Avarice, wrath, lust, all of those things that the gods embody, they try to force upon us. And we reject that.
Makes sense to me.
You walk in silence for some time and you go through a very thick, like a thicket, like a briar of thorns, and she waves her hand and it literally opens up. So you're walking through like a circle of clear that keeps moving. And then behind you, you watch as it tightens back closed.
Well, that's kind of cool.
She smiles and she says, well, girl has to have her secrets. And my entrance to the Rallying Rock is a secret. And she squats down and slips between two massive roots on a tree. It's one of the biggest trees you've ever seen. And her hand peeks up and she waves you to follow her down.
I follow her down. I'm going to touch the tree when I walk by, though, to see if it does anything.
It doesn't make me an insight check.
Everything else is moving, so I feel like this would move too. 15.
It doesn't move, but there is a vibrance of life that you feel when you touch it, where you're like, oh God, this thing is like, I can feel
Ooh.
I can feel it, you know?
Yeah.
You
Weird.
walk through, and it's almost like walking through a trench line but it's underground. It's a tunnel, but think about like a World War I style trench.
Yeah.
There's like combatants like in triage all along this trench, looking at this tiny Kender. Have no idea where you came from because none of them saw you in this form.
It's true,
Walking
it's true.
behind this dryad who, in all appearances, looks to be very important.
Yeah.
Some of them kind of look at you in a like they lack trust in you being here.
Okay. I mean,
Your perception is, for the most part, people are handling their own, but there is a definitive lack of trust from the vast majority of these forest folk as you make your way through this tunnel.
okay. Makes sense. I mean, new here.
She leans down and she puts her hand on your shoulder and she says, head up, chin up, eyes forward. I saw a princess of power earlier on that battlefield. Carry yourself like one.
She like brushes the dirt off of herself. Like, okay. Can do it.
Make me a performance check.
A performance
You
check.
can make a performance or you can make intimidate. I think there's another skill in there I just can't place in my head that kind of falls in that same category. Deception, maybe?
Yeah, they're all +2s, so it's
How do you want to do it? Do you want to portray outwardly a lie? Do you want to act like you are special? Or do you want to like give everybody that air of like, I am not to be fucked with?
I think for Amulet, it's not acting like she's special, but acting like she knows what she's doing, even though she probably doesn't.
Perfect. That definitely performance, please.
16?
So once you kind of start to carry yourself with a different air, people start to be less kind of side-eyeing you.
Okay.
You make your way and you come to rough-hewn steps going up that are literally just roots growing in like a stair capacity, but also in railing and like banisters. It's like this has grown into this beautiful stairwell going up.
Okay.
And Ivlis walks in front of you and she puts her hand out like she wants you to follow or hold her hand and follow her through. Do you take her hand?
Yeah.
You hold her hand and you pop out of a tree and you look back and there's no door.
Okay. I've never done that before.
She kind of takes a deep sigh and she's like, that's an easy one. She's like, not all of me walking, even amongst my home, is easy, but that's an easier. Getting you through that is a little more difficult. There's a taint on you. Do you want to see it? I can show it to you. but I don't know you'll like what you see.
Well, sometimes it's better to know your enemy than to not know. So I think it would be the same thing.
You're welcome.
I'm missing something in chat, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, got it.
She walks you up to this kind of babbling brook, and she bids you to sit down with her, and she dangles her feet in the water. She says, I want you to look down into the water and concentrate on your reflection.
Okay, I could do that.
Make me an insight check, please.
Oh boy. Come on, dice. I critted.
Good. Make me a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Oh boy. That's not a good one. I've rolled 2 15s and I have a +0.
You don't freak out. You are shooketh a little bit.
Okay.
You look down and you see your normal self, your basic Kender halfling, Kender amulet. And then you watch yourself turn into your transformation self.
Mhm.
And then you watch your transformation self grow dark. Your hair becomes jet black, your eyes black with red pupils. You're wearing armor adorned with a red hand where each finger is the head of a different colored dragon. And behind you, with their hand on your shoulder, is the Dark Lady. And she looks so proud. And as you kind of blink for a second, behind her, you just see the world engulfed in flame. Fire, ice, gas, electricity. The world underneath the claw of the chromatic dragons.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Ivlis puts her hand out as this kind of starts to even intensify more and washes. She messes up your reflection. No one should see that. And no one should carry that. I'm not sure why you are carrying that weight. But you should find a way to remove it. Weights like that, they don't tire you, they consume you. She holds little sway here, but even on Mount Celestia, even in the halls of Olympus, Tiamat is known and feared. Remind me, does Amulet know that Takesis and Tiamat are the same?
I would think so.
Okay.
I mean, she has a huge amount of dragon lore knowledge,
Yep.
so
That works fine. I just want to make sure.
yeah.
She's like, I just want you to know why those of us who are more in tune, especially in a place like this, might see you as anathema.
What?
Anathema?
Yeah, what is that? Anathema? Is that seriously what you said? Why
Yeah.
why are you looking at me like I should be
How
ashamed?
do you not know that word?
But how would I know that word? Don't go look it up.
Someone that is disliked. It's something that's disliked.
Oh. I've never used that word before. Why would I know that word?
Am I okay? Just for a second. Am I the asshole?
Does anyone else know the word? Am I the only one who doesn't know the word?
I know the word. I'm also an English major.
Oh, okay.
Me
I'm
too.
I'm a psychology major. I spent a lot of time on people's brains.
Look, I got you. I had a WTF moment. And
Okay,
that's
thank you.
So there you go. I got you
Sorry.
back. I got you back.
Listen,
I am too gay for numbers and complicated words. That's how it works. I don't make the rules.
I only know it, believe it or not, from old
Ryan looks so confused.
from old Quasar comics, and then again because there was a 4th edition Yanti monster called the Yanti Anathema.
I just really like that word.
It's a great word.
That's why I know it.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's not that I don't like it. I just really literally like.
It's okay. It's great to not know a word.
Thank you, Mark Grunwald.
It's one of those like you'll know it depending on the circles that you travel in.
The problem is I'm a big fucking dork, and I know dork words, and I love dork words, and I love to use big dork words.
I know a lot of dork words, but that's not a dork word I know.
Shaky says Shaky's got my back.
I owe all of you an apology. Because I was a little shocked.
Except me.
Except for Warrior,
Ryan.
And except for Nate, because Nate knew that word too.
It's true.
We just have a running joke on our game where like we can't do complicated things because Ren and I we're too queer. We have just decided we can't brain. That's our running joke.
Sometimes I can brain really well, and sometimes I can't. Shaggy. And I'm kind of in a betwixt two places right now of big braining and small braining. I mean, I kind of feel like I used up a lot of my big brain coming up with Kirby overalls, but
Kirby overalls is very good.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very, very. I'm still just going. I can see so many ways that would look cool. So much commandy in OMAC in my brain right now, and Forever People and New Gods. Anyway, and some Eternals, some Kirby Thor, and I've got to stop. Twig, you see.
Wait, is Ivlis done talking to me?
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
Dang. And
sorry, I thought I was gonna say something, but I will wait.
You butting in is an anathema to my storytelling.
I thought we were still talking.
Yeah, we are. I'm just giving you a hard time. She just stands up and she bids you to follow her. But as you're walking, she kind of just points out all of how verdant and how full of vigor this place is. I mean, almost to the point of being like aggressively alive. And that what you're carrying is very similar to what she sees in the gods. It's the imposition of order. So she says, be careful. I don't see that in you, but I see it on your shoulder. I see it looking down over you. Warrior just had a huge grin when Fixie wondered what's going on in the chat.
This is the chat. It's
We're in a reception.
Vim and Vigor? I mean, I understand why you see it. I don't know how to make it go away.
Are you of her? Does her blood run through your veins?
I'm of where she's from. And she may have helped me.
Then you are not of her, but you owe her boon.
Yeah.
Being in the debt of someone is always difficult. I would recommend ending that debt as soon as you can.
I'll try. I
You're
appreciate
you're safe here. You're safe with us. But stay true to yourself and not to that thing that is trying to influence you.
Okay.
She smiles, and you turn around a giant, massive stone in the middle of where three um, rivers meet, very small rivers, almost like creeks. And you see Twig rubbing the belly of a massive boar wearing armor. He's so big, he's like 42 boars.
It's a lot of boar.
It's a lot of boar.
Do I see her?
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
see them
focused on
coming in.
Scritches?
There's like slowly a trickle of people coming in.
Twig's just sitting there rubbing bellies.
Like you do. Hey, Amulet, where's everybody else?
I don't know. I got separated and then pulled into a tree. And I don't know where everyone's is. They went like the opposite way that I went, and they're together. Monty and Charity, they're together.
Okay, that's good. Rosine is here, and you and me. But gotta find Erland and the rest of the people that Nate can't remember, but
Yeah.
Twig can totally remember.
Amulet's totally gonna look at the list.
It takes about 3 more minutes, and Bliss and Bosana
List.
ride in on some centaurs.
Well, that's cool.
Bosana looks not great. She did get dropped by Trifon, the Solar. And Bliss looks tired just from healing. She kind of comes over and she's like, "Are you okay? Are you two okay?"
I mean, I'm up. I should be fine. Just gotta rest.
Yeah.
She like plops backwards onto her tuchus, and she's like, I'm spent. I got trifling." Oh God, that's good. She's like, I'm exhausted. I have nothing left. What are we gonna do?
Ugh, I don't even know.
Basana does that as well. She like plops down, and about 30 seconds into you talking, Twig, she's snoring. And Bliss looks over and she's like, "She almost died."
Yeah.
Well, at least there was almost.
I
Hope
mean,
everyone else
like,
is okay.
She almost died.
Yeah, I think we have to find everyone and go home.
She looks around
This
and she's
field
like,
trip is stupid.
she can't do what we can do. So she like almost real died. For real died.
Yeah.
So
This was not a good plan.
Is Rosine alive?
yeah, she's over there.
Yeah.
She's doing okay.
She comes flying down and kind of pops a squat beside all of you. And she looks at Bosana and she kind of half chuckles. And she kind of smiles and she says, "She's an idiot." Serves her right. What are we going to do? I mean, we should figure out what we're going to do before she wakes up and tries to tell us what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna find everyone and go home.
We gotta save Felix somehow, right?
Rosine kind of looks and does the thing where an owl turns its head almost all the way around to look at you. And she says, "Do we?" He's an adult. He wanted to come here and speak to his mother.
Yeah.
I got a feeling if his mother is friends with those folks who met us, he's going to get to talk to her a lot longer than he wanted to.
He might be the only one who knows how to get back home. I mean, I guess we can try to figure it out.
So wait a second. We came with the head of the house, and there's no other way home.
I mean, we could figure
And
it
you
out.
knew this?
Yeah, I figured it'd be okay.
I thought she was dumb. I'm astounded. You're all idiots. And she flies back up into the tree.
You
like-
came with us. What does that say?
Turns her back to you and occasionally turns her head almost all the way around and looks at you and just shakes. You can tell she's mad.
She made the decision to come with, so
Bliss
Yeah, but she's
waits
not
and-
wrong.
Bliss
No, she's
wakes and
not
kind of
wrong.
moves Basana a little bit to make sure she's asleep and goes, do they know what we can do?
They haven't seen it yet. I'm guessing
No.
they're gonna have to.
She puts her hand on her head and she's like, we're in actual trouble. I mean, like, this is bad.
Yeah, and we're gonna be in trouble at school too. I can almost guarantee.
She kind of looks at you almost slack-jawed and says, I don't give a shit about school. School is slightly better than Sigil most of the time,
That's fair.
but I just want to go home.
I didn't realize there was going to be this much problems with coming here.
Yeah, I just need to see his mom. I figured that'd be easy,
I see my mom all the time, and it's totally fine.
right?
I mean, I thought he was just being histrionic. I didn't think he was being like honest, that his mom is a goddess and angry all the time. And I mean,
I just not like you're grounded angry, not like I'm going to try to kill you angry.
and it's Felix. He's always like, he's like a yappy dog. He never shuts up. Or he also can never put a shirt on. Put a shirt on.
Maybe it just runs hot.
He runs a little bit nipply, if you know what I am saying.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not the one staring.
Listen, we're not blood related. Maybe when you get a little older, Twig, you'll get it. You'll figure it out.
You say so.
Probably not, though, because I don't know how otters work. She like looks and she kind of puts her hands up like, I really honestly don't know.
I don't know either.
You look, I'm too young to know.
Yeah. Too
I
young
haven't been
to,
taught that
too young
yet.
to care. She says, so what's the plan? Like, I'm serious. We need a plan. Even if it's not even if we have to make them think they came up with it, we need a plan to go home. They're just kids. Like, we've been through some stuff.
We can't have a plan until we find everybody, because we can't go home until we have everybody.
I'm not saying leave people behind. Very far from it. But I'm saying we need to start thinking of how we can push this situation in a way that gets us home. With or without Felix.
Well, I mean, I think Charity and I can get us back if we focus real hard. We haven't really.
She kind of tilts her
Then,
head and she's like, if you focus real hard.
Okay, if it's what Twig's thinking, none of us have done it voluntarily.
No.
It's,
I mean, Charity and Amulet and I, if we combine our powers,
Our powers combined.
yeah.
Charity's the head, I'm the arm, Twig's the feet.
She kind of sits and she's like, okay. So what you're saying is we just have to stab one of you.
That's
I mean,
is that
not
how
what
it
we're
works?
saying. No, that's
No, that's
not
how
what
it
we're
works.
saying. No,
I thought
I-
that's how. She's like, I thought that's how it works.
I mean, normally, but didn't Echo move a bunch of people without getting hurt?
Oh wow, Twig, that's a good idea. Maybe we should just have. Oh wait, he's not here.
I know, but I mean, if he can do it, we can do it.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
I was
Your
told I should be
our
able to
big
do it.
brother who threw himself into a well and then into the multiverse itself, bathed in like eternal energy, and he's still dead. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, if he did it, we can do it.
I don't think this is helping.
I know.
You
You know what?
Take a breath. Take a breath.
It's
Take a
not.
breath.
You're right. No, you're right. It's not helping. I'm just really worried that those three are dead. Monty's not like us. Charity is, but we thought Charity was dead before, and now she's not, which is awesome. But
Let's not put the cart before the horse. We'll figure step one.
we don't
Step
even
one.
have a horse.
Step one. We find
Or a
we
cart.
find out if everyone's okay. Step two. We make a plan.
Step
Go
3
home.
profit.
Step 3 profit.
Oh no. Step 3 question marks.
Question marks. Really, but
Step 4 profit.
sorry, damn it.
Gideon trots over and then just like dumps himself onto his side. So what are we talking about? Me probably. I'm sure your friend
that and trying to
Twig
get out
told
here.
you all about how great scritching my belly is, which is me giving you a open consent to scritch my belly. Please begin at your leisure.
I mean, it does make you feel better.
Twig, don't you like to get your belly scritched too?
Doesn't everybody like belly scritches?
Gideon's head like slowly dramatic squirrel turns towards Twig. And you never told me of this.
Well, I mean, I thought
Well,
everybody
lie down.
Okay.
And he uses his little hooves to scritch on you. He's, one good scritch deserves another. And that's when you hear the sound of sloshing as you look over, and Monty and Charity come walking onto the bank of the river. They emerge from the water and both take crustaceans off their mouths and drop them back into the water. And they're accompanied by a very, very, very beautiful woman who is wearing very little, but seems to almost be wearing a sheen of water that envelops her like a dress.
Speaking of people that need to wear shirts.
For the record, and I did roll this just for my
Bliss put her
own.
finger over your face, your whole face.
I did roll this just for myself. Charity is not doing a very good job of hiding the fact that she's like kind of oogling this woman on and off. Like she's like trying to be real subtle, and she can't help it.
So like Ivlis, and you find out the narrate's name is Alona. They look like art come to life. They're almost like frightfully pretty. I mean, pretty's not even the best word for. They're almost frightfully gorgeous. They look inhuman because they're inhuman. And in some ways, you realize that their beauty almost plays with your brain. They pick up on little things that you find physically enticing as a mortal being, and their forms seem to kind of adopt little bits of that. God damn it.
That needs to be in public comments thing.
Yeah,
That was real good.
I can't open Twitch chat and then have my computer not be a jerk. So.
That's true. I can't either, so I can't do it. But oh man, it's too bad,
So
man. You can't put that in there.
Where
I think you could go to the YouTube chat and probably drop that in there.
There you go.
Where is Erland?
On the shore, lifeless.
Yeah, about that.
I feel like Monty's like carrying him,
Okay.
probably.
Monty's carrying him.
He's not just like, we didn't just like slap him up on the muddy banks. We're like, he's not going to care.
Another dead body on the bloody banks of the Wishka.
Yeah, so somewhere between figuring some stuff out, getting away from weird, creepy dudes on the shore, and having some kind of apparent awakening. I'm sorry. It's been a day, so I'm kind of ready to skedaddle.
We need help. Erland needs
Bliss
help.
is like grabbing
drowned.
Erland out of your arms, and she like looks up and she's like, he's dead.
Yeah, no kidding. I literally tried CPR for like 5 straight minutes.
Her hand is on her mouth, and she's just like a slow stream of dirty tears mar her pinkish purple skin, and she just.
I'm
she's
really
like-
sorry. I'm really sorry. I really tried.
No, she like grabs you and she's like hugging you, and she's like, Basana almost died, and they're Charity, they're all gonna die, and we don't die. They die. They all die.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna go. We're gonna find a way out of here.
Echo died, and you died, but you came back, and these they can't do what you can do, or I can do, or Twig or Amulet can do. They just die.
Hey. She like puts her hands on her face. Yeah, very like she's trying to have a serious moment, but it's literally like squish. She's like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna figure this out. We have figured out
She looks
worse
at
shit than this.
she
It's
looks
gonna
at
be
the
okay.
at the charrette gem on your forehead, and she takes a step back and what happened? Why are you wearing that?
Oh, that. Yeah, that's a story. I got a lot of those right now. Things are kind of messed up. We got to catch up at some point once we kind of get through all this crap. Yeah.
So Alona is like sitting, or is like standing on the edge, on the banks, and she's like looking down sheepishly, not even sheepishly, like, I can't think of a good word to describe it. It's somewhere between sullen and distraught. And because she realized she's killed a child, and while she may look young, she could be hundreds of years old. You guys aren't sure. And she has a conversation with Islev, who like looms over her. They have this conversation, and she comes over and she says, I can't do anything about this.
Alona did or Ivlis?
Ivlis does.
Do you know anyone?
Drowned it with an active.
I-
Don't we need
I-
the help?
I have. She takes a deep breath.
He's our friend and he's just a kid.
I have an idea, but it isn't safe.
I love not safe ideas.
And I'm embarrassed to ask this of you, your children. Gideon gets off of his side and just says, no. This is folly.
Oh, what?
You send
what?
them to their deaths, but I will not be a part of it.
Already got sent to our death today.
Yeah, thanks to avoid more death. That's cool.
This whole
Remember that?
place hasn't been safe.
His massive head looks up at you and says, not like this. This is different.
Why
This
does it?
place. He stares as hard as a giant awakened boar can stare. A dire boar can stare at this dryad and all of you, and then says, I will not be part of this. And trots his way over to where his fairies are. And you can see the treant you rode in leaning down, and he's talking to it. There's little clusters of these forest folk talking amongst themselves. And at that point, Ivlis walks you over to where Alona is, and she says, we need privacy for this.
Oh, okay. Well,
And she bids you to walk into the water with her.
sure, why not? Monty's like,
Bliss looks at you guys and is like, so we're all just gonna, and Rosine flies down and immediately starts walking towards the water. Bliss looks at Charity, Twig, and Amulet, and she's like, so we're gonna do this then. This
What
thing they're
about-
telling us is gonna kill us. We're gonna do that.
What about Bosana? She's not looking great.
Bliss laughs and she says, I don't think any of us are looking great right now, Twig.
Speak of yourself, I look dope.
Well,
She kind of looks at you and then looks up, and you notice she's looking directly at the gem on your forehead.
we can at least go see what she has to say. And then we can make a decision. as a group.
Feed a friend. We're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say she got us here. The least we could do is listen.
All right, let's chat.
The police were gonna
All right,
kill
who's
us.
gonna wake her up?
We'll tell Bosana later. We can go without her right now, right? Because this is just like info.
I don't know if you should leave her here.
Monty definitely like has a little like alarm clock panel. He's just like beep 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 beep.
You hear this heavy breath and you hear her voice very roughly say, "If you don't turn that off, I'm going to slit your throat
Get up. Yep.
and wear your skin as a suit."
Yeah, maybe we don't need her for this. Maybe she
Shut
can
up, new girl.
stay here.
Shut up.
And sleep.
Shut up.
No.
She
what?
sits up and slowly opens her eyes.
What?
She sits up and slowly opens her eyes, takes a deep breath, and she's like, "I'm fine. Everything's going to be fine. We're all fine right now."
Then let's go.
Yeah, where'd you find this girl?
She stands up. She falls back on her ass and throws up, and then she wipes it off, stands back up.
Gross.
She
No,
looks at you
you're
and
good.
says,
Let's go.
"Who are you?"
We'll worry about that when you explain to me why you felt like reverse breakfast was a good response. Lay back down. God. Ugh.
No, because I don't trust all of you.
Yeah, I don't trust anyone's stomach that empties that quickly. Just lay back down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get smashed by a solar earlier? Because
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the replacement for me? No. Go to bed.
I'm better than you.
Oh,
so much better that
you're
I
better
didn't
than
know
me.
you needed to be replaced because no one talked about you. You were a non-factor. I don't even know who you are.
You don't know everything. Come on. Let's all go.
That's
Twig,
total crap.
Honor
I'm sure they
Society
talked
sticks
about me.
together. I don't even know her.
She's my sister. It's cool.
For real? Another one?
She's
Yeah.
part of the group.
We got a big family.
Although
And we're all good.
Although I got punched by a god and I didn't even throw up, so maybe you feel
that's
feel
true.
good about
She did.
yourself.
She
right
looks
now.
at you and she says, "I saw that was pretty cool, actually."
It was pretty cool. Like
She's
now
like,
it's pretty cool. It was really it was pretty bad at the time.
It sucked.
She's like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it shocks me that like you tried to fight a god, but yet you're scared to death of Krellis. So I mean, I don't get
I'm
that.
scared of Krellis. Krellis is just mean and she's in
She
my
looks at
room.
you with the look that's just like, really?
She's in my room.
You seem real scared of Krellis.
No, I'm scared of the thing in her bag.
The bag man.
That's pretty crazy.
She just puts her like she's got a headache, and she just looks at just the bagman is not real. She's just fucking with you. She's always fucking with you.
You don't know that.
Oh God.
Anyway, Erlen tried to save me
just-
from getting punched by a god, and it was really nice. So you should come help, even if you're covered in barf.
I'm not covered in barf. And
You're
she
covered in
casts,
barf. You got it all
she
over.
casts prestidigitation on herself.
Okay, well your priorities seem clear. Let's go.
Hey, wait a second, new girl. Why are you wearing Victor's weird head thingy? His ion stone.
First off, not new girl. Was here before you.
Oh, old girl. Old girl.
I don't know if that's better.
And,
I mean, that's what you wanted, right? You wanted me to recognize that you're old, crusty, that you've been replaced by better versions.
hey, you have an attitude problem, and you need to stop because this is not getting us
You know why I have an
anywhere.
attitude problem? Because I'm trying to push all of you to be better. But you
We-
don't want to be better. Amulet, you want to stay in your tiny 4-foot-tall Kender form that no one gives two craps about when you could be this massive force and handle business. But no, you just want to be small and insignificant. Well, I may be small, but I am damn sure not insignificant. And I'm going to make sure that the rest of us get out of here, whether or not Felix is with us or not.
You
You're either
don't know how magic
honor
works. I
society,
can't do it all the
you're
time.
either in or you're out. Bliss kind of looks at you two and looks at Rosine. And Rosine kind of looks around and kind of stands a little bit away from, a little closer to Basana. And she's like, I mean, I'm in, but I mean,
I don't know if I want to be in a group that doesn't value their friends.
I value my friends. I just don't see any friends that value themselves.
Erlen's over here dead, and you're over here arguing with us about what we can or cannot be instead of going into the water and figuring out what we can do.
Whoa.
Charity, while everyone
What did you
is-
say?
We're trying to tell you. We're trying to go in the water to figure out how to help Erlen.
He's not dead. He's what? He's
dead.
He's
Steady,
dead, idiot. Dead.
This is
No
what happens
heartbeat.
when you
He
wrestle
No
with
oxygen.
God.
pushes past all of you
Dead.
guys like she's not hearing you, and she like goes down and she like cradles his head, and she's actually crying. This is the first time those of you who've been around her in school have seen her show any emotion, any actual emotion. And she looks back and she sounds like a child when she says, "We can fix him, right? We can fix this."
This is what we need to go do right now instead of sitting here arguing. You can yell at us later, but we have to go help.
We're all going to do it together.
She immediately tries to start dragging him down.
No, he stays.
No, we all go. We don't leave anybody behind. We're the honor society. We stick together.
We're not leaving him behind. If we drag him along without them saying we're supposed to, we're just going to put him in more danger.
Whatever, I'm over this. She just heads into the water.
Ivlis kind of stands between all of you and raises her hand, and this massive thatch of ground and roots comes over and covers Erlen's body like a mound.
See, you'll be fine. Let's go.
I want to go in the water. We all have to work together.
So Basana is the last one to go in the water, and the whole time she almost falls down because she just keeps looking back at the mound.
I'll slow down just enough to grab her hand when she gets as close as I can to her. Try to pull her.
When you do that, she's just limp, like she's there physically but not there mentally.
Yeah, I'll just hold her hand and bring her in.
You move down through the water and you enter into a set of tunnels that move through the ground. And you come into what looks like another cave, similar to what you walked through earlier, Amulet. That's got kind of a watery entrance. Has some Minecraft physics with the water, so you actually just walk through it. And you come into a room where there's just a massive trunk of a tree that's actually grown down into the ground and continues to root down. And you see other interesting folks around this that kind of all give Ivlis a very specific gesture with their hands, and she does the same. And she looks at the four of you and she says, "Who will speak for you?" Whoever does that must speak with conviction and must be committed to what I'm going to propose.
I'll do it. Try to save me. It's only right if I save him. Also, I'm an official commando, so I'm probably the most qualified.
She gives you kind of like a arm over her chest, little salute. She doesn't know what that means, but it should be saluted. Do you all agree then?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's still looking at Charity. She wants to know if you agree.
Sure.
Your friend is speaking for you. I want to make sure that you're all in agreement. It is obvious your other friends will follow.
Oh, we're in agreement. We're in agreement. But when this is over, we're going to have some talks.
I'm assuming you're speaking about your friends and not myself.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. She gets down on one knee and puts her hand on your shoulder. And much like earlier with Amulet, she looks she's frighteningly beautiful. The difference is she's very tall, like 6'4" tall, and her skin looks like it's slightly green, but it looks like frighteningly smooth. But when she touches you, it's like you're touching, almost touching metal. It's so hard. So like you're like, oh god, it's not off-putting, but it's like your eyes and your sense of touch are kind of confused. And she looks at you and she says, we'll have a short amount of time after this if you need to speak with someone.
It can wait. It can wait. It's okay.
She looks at you and she says, no, none of you can wait. What is being asked is unthinkable, but I ask nonetheless. If I'm going to ask that of you, then anything you would ask of me should be taken with the same sincerity. We are exchanging futures. We will speak after this. It is Charity, correct?
Yeah.
I am Ivlis.
How bad is what we're about to do?
It is not impossible, nor unheard of. But I fear, because of your ages and experience, I worry that is beyond you. But we could not go in and retrieve your friend. Only you could do that. Just have faith. If Felix thought you strong enough to be at Mount Celestia, then regardless of his, she kind of looks down like she's thinking of a word to use, process. He is many things, most of them negative in a lot of folks' eyes, but he believes. And he obviously believed in all of you if he brought you here. I'm not even sure why you're here. So maybe we can talk after this and you can explain to me why you came. And maybe I can sit and listen and hear what you need. She smiles at you with kind of a very knowing smile, kind of like that look that a mentor would give someone to let them know, like, I've been here. Like, it's bad, but it'll get better. And she stands up and she puts her hand out to you, Monty, and she walks you to the center of this room. And you see the trunk of the tree recede up into the ceiling until there's a space where you can see everybody gathered in this room. It's a myriad of different Fey people, from Centaur to Woodwode to even some Eladrin, but who are far more rustically dressed than those you saw earlier. There are, oh gosh, all of a sudden now I can't remember the little quicklings. Quicklings, that's what they're called, quicklings. And even some awakened animals. It's very Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe feeling going on in this room. And Ivla speaks and she says, our friend has been taken by his own cousin at the behest of his mother. Everyone in this sacred chamber, everyone, has owed Felix at one time or another. His rebellion against his mother and her brethren isn't just a cry for attention of a child wanting to be seen and heard. It's because he truly believes in us. And he truly believes in what we were able to instill in him in his time amongst us when he was cast down from Olympus. These are his siblings. None by blood, all by name and deed. One of their number has fallen. Currently, they reside in the world between worlds. They prepare to cross on the boat of Charon into the realm of Hades. I propose that these siblings travel there, not to beseech Hades, as we all know he is difficult, but to beseech his wife. And not just for the soul and the life of their brethren, of their brother who fell defending our lands, but to beseech Persephone to return and bring eternal spring with her, to upset the status quo, to upset those who would force order upon us, and in doing so, help us free Felix. And she bends and she bows and gives you the floor, Monty.
He steps forward. We need to save our friend. It's not fair that he died with an accident, and he tried to keep us all safe. And even though we couldn't keep him safe, we tried. I got punched by a guy earlier, and I'm still here. So I'm pretty strong, and I have a gun, and I'm a commando. So I think whatever Hades is something we can handle together. My siblings are really strong too. One of them can turn into a big lady. The other one has a giant robot, and another one is an otter, which is really cool. And I think he's magic, but I haven't met him. Like I've been talking to him a lot. And I'm kind of new to the group, so I probably am not the most equipped to give an overview of battle ready specifications, but I have experience leading platoons in battle. So whatever we have to do, we're going to do it to save our friend. So just send us there or whatever.
As you're speaking, you feel a hand interlace with yours.
So kind of follow the lead.
No, just right beside you, feel a tiny
Oh.
hand put its hand in yours.
Oh. He looks over to see.
Basana is standing beside you holding your hand, and she just looks at you and she like nods.
Basana, she's really mean sometimes, which can be very effective as a battle tactic as well. And she's, as you can see, she's ready. So let's go.
It's very quiet, and you see about a third of the room get up and leave. And about a third that's left, kind of not too softly, are basically like, You're throwing children to their death in the hopes that Persephone will come back. This is beneath you. You're using those kids. And they eventually leave, and there's a small group. A lot of them you fought with Thessalonia, and Iblis takes a deep breath, and she says, in the end, it's your decision. They will not support this or me.
That's okay. I don't even know who they are.
They're
I know who my friend is. I know what he did. And I know that I shot a god out of a god's hand earlier. So let's just go. If we don't even... We're ready to do it. We've been ready to do it for like 5 minutes now. So.
I will make arrangements for you to safe passage there in the morning. Until then,
Okay.
You can stay with us and you can enjoy our hospitality.
Okay. They're like continental breakfast.
There is food. She walks up to you, Charity, and puts her hand out.
Take it.
Okay. She walks you out of the chamber towards somewhere where you can sit and talk. Twig, Amulet, Monty, what would you like to do?
Monty will find a comfortable enough looking place to sit, and if he'll take Bosana with him. If
she stops. I mean, she stops before you walk away. She just says, she looks at you and she's like, "Well said, Commando."
Thanks. I got good marks in speechifying class.
Speechifying.
She walks away and goes to a kind of a corner area and just kind of plops down, pulls her knees up to herself, puts her head between her knees, and just sits there. And you really can't, make me an insight check.
7.
She looks tired, like more tired than adults shouldn't look this tired, let alone kids. And she is a kid. Amulet, what are you and Twig doing?
Amulet needs a nap and a snack.
Not in that order.
Not in any particular order. It's been like 4 hours since she ate something.
Been 4 hours since I ate some food.
Right? She grew real big. That takes a lot of energy.
It does. There's a pseudo dragon talking to Alona and appears to be kind of consoling her. And he kind of pushes her over to where you guys are, and she apologizes and in a very roundabout way asks for forgiveness.
Amulet's torn.
Like, y'all, don't be cold. Come on now.
I'm all for forgiving people, but she also, we don't know her and she killed our friend.
Sorry, my connection cut out for a second. Did she come to all of us or just Amulet?
Just those that she hadn't
Those
spoken
two.
with yet.
Okay.
I guess I can't really blame you. You weren't trying to do it, as you said, but it's still not a great look.
It's horrible. I've taken life before, but with purpose and in protection. And in this, I acted out of fear, and I didn't know he or any of you were children. And I can And she kind of scampers away crying. And the pseudo dragon kind of lands, and you notice that he's got little armor on, like chainmail and a gorget over his neck, and he's got a little like rapier on his hip. So you're what the big fuss is about.
Yeah, that kind of follows us around.
Don't feel bad. It's good to be a fuss. Make them remember you. So it sounds like that's what you're going to do. You're going to make them all remember you. March through the maw of Cerberus directly into the halls of Hades, and kindly ask he return the soul of your dead brother.
I don't know if
we're going to talk to Persephone. I'm hoping she's a little easier to talk to.
It's hard to call on the wife of a god when he's home.
So how do we get him to be not home?
Well, first of all, he kind of looks you two over. This isn't a conversation to have on empty bellies and disheartened souls. Come with me. And he flitters down the hallway. He brings you both to a hall, and blights are bringing like platters of food, and he's using his forelimbs with his little rapier to stab through fruit and not into his very, very almost grinning, countenance. And he says, well, I've got a thought on that. What if you all were a lost envoy? Your children get lost. My larger brethren are very excited when children get lost in their caves. You're awfully delicious, I've been told.
We're not a very big snack, though.
we're just a little snack.
Well, if I know anything of eating things like veal, the younger meat. Buttery and scrumptious. Not that I would eat any of you. I mean, I wouldn't do it raw. Your look stringy, no offense. And I like fruit much better.
Let's go.
I'm a fruitarian, one might say. Especially pineapples. And then he eats a pineapple from the wrong end first. So I'm royalty, actually. And I was thinking, I saw both of you fight. And perhaps, what if I made you vassals, lords, if you will, and ladies? Of my home.
Why would you do that?
Well, then you could just feign that you were there on a diplomatic mission. And it wouldn't be a lie. Because there would be a kernel of truth in it.
What would we owe you?
Oh, let's not worry about that. I'm trying to help you.
Well, the details are really important.
Fine. If I called you in the case of emergency, my home was being attacked or was in devastative need, you would be forced by honor to show up.
And that's it? Just that one instance?
Well, I mean, forever.
That's an
I have a
awfully
very
long
small
time.
kingdom, though. It's very tiny. Out of the way, in the forest.
How tiny is tiny?
Oh, it's tiny. I mean, I do have some problem tenants. But
So you're saying you would call on us all the time?
Not all the time. You don't live here. Just in the case of emergencies.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the problem. We don't live here, so how do we get here?
You're relatives of Felix's, are you not?
Yep.
Well, Felix comes and visits all the time. All the time.
Felix
Why do you think so many dryads and nereids came to his defense?
Felix
He's
is older and
a,
knows more.
Felix gets around, if you diplomatically, if you know what I'm saying to you. I mean, a lot of it has to do with he won't put a damn shirt on.
He is a mover and a shaker.
He is. He is. You have known him for a long time, since his mother tossed him off the parapets of Olympus and he came crashing down the mountain.
She doesn't sound great.
She's a goddess. She's the queen of the pantheon. He was a mistake. The gods of Olympus are ruled by the baser instincts, and in a moment of passion and potentially revenge against a philandering husband, Hera bore Felix.
Hmm.
All right. We'll think about your offer.
Yeah, think about it.
He shoves the rest of the pineapple in his tiny little dragon face and says, "Don't think too long." And then just continues to just mash fruit into his face with a big smile.
Did he tell us his name?
He did not. His name is Sir Drummett.
I'm assuming he can't see Tiamat's mark on me, basically.
No, you not that you know.
Okay.
Remind me again, Monty, what you were doing right now.
So Monty was originally going to just find a place and sit and talk with Bosan if she wanted to, but she seemed like she needed a moment. So he's going to give her a moment, and then he will go back over and he will pop a little hard light panel off of his larger hard panel, and he'll hand it to Bosana. Here, I know you might need some time to.
She kind of looks around to make sure everyone's gone, and then she just pats the ground to like have you sit beside her.
Sits down.
I just I know who I am, and I know that I push really hard. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that I want to be the best. I want people to know who I am. I want them to know my name and know what I've done and my deeds. And I want them to sing, the bards and the skalds to sing about me after I die. Because that's the only way I'll ever be remembered. So I know how I come off. And I'll be honest, sometimes I just do it because I can and because I like pushing people's buttons and because it throws people off. And then when they're off, it makes it easier for me to do what I want to do. But I'm the one who convinced Erlen to come here. I'm the one that I told him that Krellis would be jealous that he got to be on this adventure and he would have something to brag about. And I don't lose, Monty. I never have. And I lost because I decided rather than keeping us together, fighting as a group and being smart, I let all of us spread out and I let my mouth write a check my ass couldn't cash. And Erland died. And we all could have died. I almost died. You got punched by a god. I know who I'm supposed to be. So why did I fuck this up so monumentally?
Okay, well, number one, that was a lot of bad words, but like you didn't mess it all up. You're not in control here.
But I am.
No, you're not.
She like for a second, her facial features switch from this very forlorn and devastated expression to like very similar to Charity's face earlier on the banks. There's almost a burning rage of, and she just looks at you and she says, I'm in control and I'm in control of everything. And I make things happen and I will things to happen and I put people in positions to make things happen. And this is a mistake. This is a mistake. It's because there's gods and they can do whatever they want. And they think they can just kill Erland and get away with it. They think they can just throw us around like we're nothing, but we're not nothing. We were chosen. All of us, even that idiot in his stupid fucking baseball bat, we were picked. And if we can't come here, how she grabs you by your lapels and she says, how are we going to stop the end of everything if we can't even come and deliver the message?
Did deliver the message. We are delivering the message.
We had to bury our friend.
Sometimes you have to bury your friend. You don't.
I disagree with that. I'm going to march down into this Hades place, this Hades person, and I'm going to make them give us Erland back. She looks at you dead serious and she says, do you have my back?
Yeah, of course I do.
Because if he doesn't leave that place, I'm not leaving. We don't leave anybody behind ever again. Right?
Right.
She kind of goes out like she's going to give you the forearm clasp handshake, and she just hugs the shit out of you.
Oh, he'll hug back. When they're done hugging, he could be like, but sometimes when things are hard or they're scary or they don't go the way that you want them to, it helps me to just play a game. So if you open that little thing, it's got a game on it. You can play it.
She like looks at it. She has no idea what it is.
Just push the button, then it plays it.
She's from a world where there's no tech, so this is a lot to like.
I think you can figure it out.
She's like, "Is this magic?"
Kind of. It's a really long conversation, and I'm 9 years old, so I probably won't be able to answer all of your questions here. But
She's not a whole lot older than you. I'm going to try to remember how old she is really quick. Let me get my spreadsheet out. I got a spreadsheet with names. But I don't have any ages on it, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I thought I did have her age down.
that's okay.
She's like she's a teenager.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
14,
I figure
maybe 15.
Sure. So to Monty, she's like really old. So like, you'll figure it out if you know, right? Like you win everything, right? So you'll be able to figure out the game pretty easy. But
She like stops you and she says, "Not anymore." She says, "We win everything."
we win everything. Sometimes, but I'll let you play. But sometimes
she's already like completely focused on getting this game to work.
He'll say it anyway. He's like, sometimes you don't get to choose.
Make an insight check.
It's cocked. 1.
She's ignoring the shit out of you.
It's like, he probably like halfway says it, and then he's like, "Okay, all right, no, it's a pretty good game. All right, bye. I'm gonna go somewhere else on my own terms now."
Bliss was standing in the doorway watching all this, and she watches you, and she looks down at you, and she goes, "You're a tiny diplomat."
What? Yeah, no, I'm an authorized diplomat under
No,
provision.
she says, "No, you spoke in front of all those adults, and then you went and." She's just kind of looks at you, and she says, "There's a lot more to you than you let people know." It's just like, "I'm glad we're friends, and I'm glad that if we're going to do this, I'm glad you're here."
I'm glad we're friends too. You're pretty cool.
She just smiles, and her and Rosine walk down the hallway, and Rosine smiles at you, which does not happen very often. Charity, you are in this room with Ivlis. She sits down across from you, and she just looks at you, and she says, "Can you take that off?"
This? I don't.
Yes.
Oh.
I want to have a conversation with you and not you and another person.
I mean, it feels kind of wrong, but sure. I think I can. I think so.
Do you want to try to take it off? Or do you want to just ask Charette to switch off?
I can just ask Charette to switch off. Like, I don't know if taking it off is going to affect me.
So you get this voice in your head of Charette, and he says, "I will give you privacy, Charity Montmartre." And he literally walks away from you like as a ghostly warforged form, like comes out of you and walks through the wall and just disappears.
That was weird.
Ivlis kind of looks at you and she says, "You did not know he could do that.
No.
Or that they could do that."
No, didn't know. Learning every day.
Sometime after your trip, you'll have to explain to me more about you and your friend. But we're not here to talk about that. Please, unburden yourself.
It sounds silly, but
There is nothing silly in a conversation. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to listen.
the place where I'm from, it's in a lot of trouble. And someone I care about a lot is in danger. And I was there, and I tried so hard to help, and I can't do anything. I couldn't do anything alone. I couldn't do anything with someone else, and someone that I thought was going to help me wound up not. And so I left, and I said I was going to find my siblings because they care. Because I knew that they would help me. And it was so... Do you know what it's like to watch everything that you love burn to the ground? And to watch people that you've spent every day with bleed into the hallways. And you have to leave because you don't have a choice. So you go to find the only people that you think are going to help you. And you've just been replaced. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Like, for all I know, Ragesh could just have taken over everything. Storm Song could be gone. Leona could be dead. And where am I? 8 billion miles away, doing God knows what on the stupid planet. Sorry, it's nice. I hate everything right now, and I hate that I hate so much. It's not even sadness anymore. I just want to burn something. What's wrong with me?
She kind of stops and she looks up. And then she looks back at you. And she just says, when I look at you, I see a kindred spirit. You want order. You almost desire order, but that is not who you are. I want councils and decisions, but really I just want the wood and its people to run free. I've lost. This is a place of cycles. I've lost over and over and over again. The difference is I can't leave. Sometimes I wonder if it would be better to leave. You will find your way back.
What if there's nothing to find?
Then you'll build something new to find. And these people you care about, they don't go away. They just change. Your brother that you are prepared to walk into the underworld to take it back, he's not truly gone. He's just different. Everything grows. Everything is born. Everything grows, and everything dies to be reborn again. It's the cycle. You are a part of that cycle. And if your part in that cycle is to destroy, then that's your part to play in the nature of things. There is no good or evil of it. If you want to watch it burn, then burn it. If that is your purpose, if that is who you are, then be who you are. There is no evil in that. Evil is in the intent, and I hear no malice of intent here. You say you lost others when you returned to your home. Did they also perish?
Many.
Then if you are unable to bring them back, then bring them back in memory. Bring them back in deed. bring them back and thwarting the designs of those who did this. I do not lie. I don't send you into the underworld just for your own causes. I do send you there to beseech Persephone for an eternal spring. Spring is our time. We're strong then. The gods would fear us, and they should. And Hades, while not our friend, is at least our ally because he understands the cycle of things. He would know you as well as I know you. Be what you are. Do not let someone else's sense of morality or judgments pigeonhole you.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
She smiles and she says, I have been known to be wise in my thousands of years of life. And I have been born, grown, reduced to ashes, only to be born again. I have been those embers you speak of. And death is just a change. It's not the beginning or end. It's just a phase.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of died once.
She smiles and she says, the sort of insights and existential crisis you're going through, I've been there. She says, come with me. And she takes you into a room. And it's all of these little tiny roots. But they're all like tiny little lights. And the darker the room gets, the more these lights look like pinpricks on like looking at the night sky. It looks like you're looking, like you'd be laying down and looking up, except for you're standing and looking forward. Oh, by the way, she had to carry you because you currently don't have use of
Yeah, I was
your
gonna
arm.
say I can't do the walking right now.
She has no problem doing that. She's, like I said, she's frighteningly strong. And she looks down at you while she's cradling you, and she looks up at this nature, and she says, where is your home? And you realize what you're looking at is a map.
That's wild.
Meanwhile, on Arborea, Skitch meets you at the assigned place, the assigned time. A little bit earlier because one of the little Skitches went and got him.
Andy.
Oh, big dog sure about being overt about the big middle finger to Baz.
No, his middle finger. Echo just have things to do.
So Skitch need understand you want to help Skitch that Inji off of Arborea, Bitopia back to Prime.
Go. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought you were frozen. I'm sorry.
No, I'm
it was
just
like
really still.
it got like so quiet. It's like Echo. Find out hard things about family and
That all dead? We all dead, Echo. We all die, big dog, and that's why we are here. Your parents die, Skitch get the kill, Inji get destroyed and then sent to Bitopia. Baz, he die. Everyone here dead.
was different, but not what matter. Echo, no, they need this place. And Echo want stay. Echo want be happy with family. But Echo no.
That is planned, right? We're going to give Baz the slip, let Inji out, and then be all happy family get into hijinks.
No.
No, what that?
Echo know what coming. Nowhere safe. Not here. Not anywhere.
Skitch not understand.
After Sketch die, Echo learned things about Calrel, about Orcus, about others who
Orcus want world to die, want everything be dead. He is how you say a nihilist and an asshole.
go nods. Um,
Demon Lord sort of mean bad guy.
what is more than him, but
There are lots
Echo-
of bad guys. That's why Skitch is shady guy, but not a bad guy.
but
Callowell bad guy,
but
but the bad guy you can deal with. Orcus
But-
is bad guy, not deal with.
but is working. When Echo was king, he tried to end world, but Echo stopped.
Yeah, that doesn't make a sense.
But try end every world. Won't stop. Can't stop more. They kill more army. Echo must
That is what
See.
Callowell do. He is made to kill. That is his design.
but
That's why Skitch do all these stabby and give bodies to Callowell.
but Calrel not kill Echo. Orcus not
Callowell
kill
not
Echo.
kill Skitch either.
Something
Callowell
else.
lonely. But
Something
you say
else.
he not lonely no more.
You have my friend.
Hmm.
But something else. Something different. Something empty. Like when Echo died, wasn't like hurt. Was like stop exist.
Skitch not completely understand. These are big concepts. Skitch not always think in the
Echo
big concept.
Echo nods and says, no, understand either, but know that in time it come here too. And
Oh,
Echo can't let family die again.
what if we maybe we go talk to Angie and ask if Angie know what you talk about.
Echo no want talk NG. Echo have own plan. Echo letting you come if want, but Echo go anyway.
Oh, so you not help Angie.
NG is test.
So you not
Echo.
help Skitch.
Go want help but can't. Need go. You can come. Don't be friends with Echo. No serve. Be free.
Skitch kind of looks confused by all this. And he looks at Akko and says, So no plan. We don't do the mischief. We don't do the pranks.
Go have a plan.
We I go plan not to plan that Skitch had in Skitch Lair.
Yes. You plan.
So I go come up with new plan. Not talk to Skitch about new plan. Just come up with new plan.
Is talking now. Came up with plan on way here.
Skitch. Skitch
have
go
say.
go think on Akko decisions. Skitch.
This paradise for you too. Don't have to serve. Can do what want.
Skitch go
Should
think.
do that even if not with Echo.
Skitch go think now. And he like turns and he kind of trots away, and all the little Skitches all look at you and then look at him and then follow him. And Akko sits in the middle of the spire and watches Skitch go back up. Savannah, you are, if I remember correctly, you're going through the Norhand's books.
Yes. Yes, I am.
So as you go through, you actually hear a knock on the door.
Kind of set down what I was looking at and get up and kind of crack the door open and see what's up.
There's no one there.
That don't seem right. Ow! Sorry, my cat just bit me.
Chonky gonna chonk, baby.
She's very mad. Can I make any kind of perception check to see if I can like sense anyone around? Or
Yes, please. Please do.
Okay. That is gonna be a 5. That's a real bad roll.
Yeah, you don't really can't sense anything.
Weird. Okay. We'll close the door and go back to the books.
Make me a perception check.
Okay. That's an 8. Wait, that purple die does not like me tonight. I should have stuck with the gold one.
The book is open to a different page.
I'll take a gander. What is on this page?
It's gone backwards to like 30, 40 pages.
Is there anything specific on this page?
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to turn the page and see if it does anything.
It stays there, and you hear the clearing of a voice.
I'll turn towards where the voice sounded like it came from.
Excuse me, miss. I believe I was reading that page. You're not supposed to be here, neither am I. So perhaps you let me read more of that page.
She'll write down, who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm someone who has a keen interest in what is in those log books. I've been keeping an eye on you. So I know you have a voice coda, so you can speak to me if you so wish to.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, you have the one that
that's
Victor built
right.
for you.
That's right.
That means this person has had an eye on you for a while.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'll activate it.
You can speak.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm just a broker. I am a agent of change. I work for the power that be in this liminal space.
That seems vague and uninformative. I would like you to leave.
I cannot leave as I am still gathering information. I too am looking for the captain, or the former captain, of the Heartless.
That is problematic.
Well, I think the problem is we cannot find her. To my knowledge, you cannot find her, and I certainly cannot find her currently. But I think if I read through these here tomes, I might be able to find Captain Norhand.
For what purpose do you wish to find the captain?
The captain and the folks that employ me have business to conduct.
And who is your employer?
I am simply a humble representative of the Silent Synod.
Does that name ring a bell to me at all? Do you wish to cause the captain...
They are movers and shakers behind the scenes here at Limitless Space.
Do you wish to cause the captain harm?
I do not wish to cause the captain anything except for to have a sit-down meeting with these folks.
Do the people that you work for intend to harm the captain?
The people that I work for do not pay me enough to have any idea what they plan on doing.
If you cannot ensure her safety, I'm afraid I cannot permit you to read these tomes.
Let me turn that question around to you, young Savannah. Can you ensure the safety of one Captain Norhand? Can you ensure her safety now, wherever it is she be?
When I find her, I can assure her safety.
But does she want your safety and your assurances?
What the captain wishes and what should happen are not in the same mind.
So it sounds like you want to do whatever it is you want to do, regardless of what she wants you to do.
My goal is to keep the captain safe. I must return her.
Perhaps the captain won't want to be safe. Perhaps the captain wants to do something adventurous. Perhaps the captain wants to take a new job.
She is ill and not in right mind at the moment. She needs help.
Are you accredited and educated enough to make that statement?
I am more educated than most of my kind.
I have no doubt about that. You are reading a lot of books here. But I think where we're missing here, like shifts in the night, is that we have the same goal. How about we work together to find a captain and then we let her make her own decisions?
You speak logic. However, I fail to trust you, and I do not feel that I would be safe in your company.
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy. Oh God, that's a 4. Jesus.
Your coder it's already like breaking up. Like you know that it's close to being done, but it has some tweaks that need to be made, and you think maybe the power pack and it's gone. And he goes, "Oh, look at that! Looks like you cannot speak any longer with your words. So perhaps we keep this conversation quiet. You will be safe in my presence. I gain nothing from your harm. Again, why would I want to do the job of many people if the two of us who can do it so well?
Find together.
That's right.
Ensure Captain safe.
Oh, please do not stress yourself, right? I can read, write your words. Perhaps I can even help you with your voice. I'm a little bit of a scientist myself, Peter.
She jots down, like, and you can see frustration in her body language, even though her tone was like completely emotionless. There's frustration because like she just feels like this is so cumbersome. She jots down, fair to work together, but how can I trust you not to harm me?
I have no interest in harming you. It pays me no dividends to harm you. It does not assist me in my end game to harm you.
We work together.
You can't see this person at all, but you hear this kind of laughter, and a voice says, there is not a coin in me hurting you, and I don't do anything unless I get paid, baby.
This is killing me. She jots down, we can work together. And when we find the captain, we let her make a choice of what she wants to do. The choice is hers, not yours or mine.
I'm not in the business of forcing anyone to do anything they do not want to do. I'm not a criminal. I'm a broker, baby. If you throw for me, I'll show you the same amount of trust.
She'll jot down, I'll trust you for now, but if you betray me, I will drive my rapier through your heart.
You kind of hear a snorty laugh, and he goes, oh, there's been many a tried and many a fail, but I would expect nothing less. Perhaps I show you a measure of good faith. And an improved invisibility spell slowly fades away. And standing in front of you is an extremely well-dressed 7+ foot tall minotaur, wearing a big, like, floppy hat. And he takes it off and he bends over and he says, "Run tell that at your service, baby." And that's where we're going to stop. So if everyone could go around the table and tell everyone where they can find you and who you be with.
Sure.
We'll wrap up tonight's. We went a little long. I'm sorry.
It was fun. I am Shannon. You can find me not on Twitter anymore because I left. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram on Tangled Adventurer. And then you can also, if you're interested, I am on Bookface, but I am selective. I am selective of who I follow. However, if I may, I would like to share, I am participating in the 40 Meaningful Miles Challenge in the month of December, which is supporting the Trevor Project. And if you're not familiar with the Trevor Project, they do work to help support the prevention of suicide in LGBTQ youth. And I think especially right now, that's incredibly important. So I'm going to go into the Twitch chat and I'm going to throw the link to the fundraiser in there. And if you feel like you can chime in, I would love it. We met our first goal already and the challenge hasn't even started. So now we've stretched the goal up and I'm hoping we can.
Can you put it in the private chat as well? I'll put it.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll make sure it gets up and gets into the that way I think it'll pop onto the
Gotcha.
I think it'll pop that way into the YouTube chat as well.
Perfect. It would be fantastic. So the entire month of December, I will be tackling 40 miles. Some of that will be on an upcoming Disney trip. So you'll get to see me taking on lots and lots of miles on a crazy trip. And the rest of it, I will be on the Peloton right back here. So I'll be sharing my journey as I tackle 40 miles in the month of December. And probably more. I'll probably throw in a little bit more because we already met our first goal. And now we've moved on to our first stretch, which is a $500 mark. So that's the goal. I'd love to get us to like $1,000. That would be fantastic. But
reach out to me. I have a weird plan that might be interesting to do.
Okay.
To assist with this.
Perfect.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Hive Social at Cubicle Zombie. Once I figure out how Hive Social works, we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how long Twitter lasts. You can also find me here every other week, and Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, playing a lovely little Owlin wizard boy on Drakeman Falls.
I'm Cassandra. You can't find me anywhere, which, let me tell you, it comes in real handy because I don't have to worry about what Twitter's doing right now. So, except you can find me here every 2 weeks, sometimes the third time in the month if I'm on Chaos Scar. But I think I'm out of the next one because there is a nice group interested. So I'll be in the one after that. That's it.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Can't find, like I said, you can't find me anywhere, Ryan.
No, she just joined Twitter.
just join Twitter. Just leave.
My handle is watching it all burn.
Pretty much.
I'm Warrior. You can. I have to cough. I was like, I'm gonna cough like the second I start jogging,
Sure.
and I did. So I manifested that. I'm Warrior. You can find me at WarriorMN on most socials, except you can find me as at Warrior on Hive because I got it. And fuck you, whoever took Warrior on everything else. You can find me tomorrow as a very chill Minotaur on Drakeman Falls. It's at probably 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Keep your eye out on the socials. Otherwise, there should be some pretty fun stuff spinning out of Extra Life. Maybe a little bit of Tales from the Loop. Maybe some Star Wars. Probably some Star Wars. There better be some Star Wars. No specifics just yet, but I will let you all know what I do know. I don't know what that dance is, but I like it.
It's goddamn adorable is what it is. Speaking of Star Wars, I might have to pull some folks from our other Star Wars group and just make one mega Star Wars group, one all-star Star Wars group.
Oh, now that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I think that could be pretty great. I'm your King Ginger. I do stuff. Sometimes I make dudes. Sometimes I make up stories with my friends, but mainly I just, I hang and bang. That's what I do. I got some stuff in the hopper. I'm starting to ramp up for my Monster Hearts miniseries. There might be a big old Star Wars boy coming up. I don't know what else. I mean, we still got to do supervillains again at some point. And this every 2 weeks because it's great. You can also find me on the Dave Wonder and Heel Turn every other Tuesday, so a week from tomorrow. I'm doing some Tiny Mang work. And this Friday, we're doing a Black Friday Bad at Games, and we're back to playing some Carrion because everyone likes spaghetti monster eating scientists.
True.
It's like the most requested game I get.
When's your next Spoopy Boys?
Spoopy Boys is only once a month, so it'll be in December. And speaking of December, there'll also be Chaos Scar in December, and as Cassandra noted, there is a wild group that want to play in December, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And then this Sunday prep school, I have no idea what we're prepping, but it'll probably be fun because me and Matt in the chat, Ben, whoever else shows up, we just jam out on our imaginations. So it's like a terrible jazz session. I want to say
kind of dirty. Jamming out on your imaginations.
It's a world of pure imagination.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Charlie.
Anyway, we want to say thank you.
That chocolate factory, like.
I want to say thank you to everybody for playing. As always, thank you to Beard and Doug, who aren't here but are always in our hearts. I don't know why I point up.
They're all,
because I
they're
probably
all
should
up
just be
in they're all up in Knoll heaven
Point.
with Echo.
point sideways, somewhere on the mortal coil. Get thee behind me. And I want to thank everyone who takes time to watch, support, and those of you who watch us later on YouTube. You guys are very, very kind to donate your time to the five of us sitting around and being silly together and telling a wonderful story. So thank you very much. And we will see you, most of you, in 2 weeks.